Hi, everybody, and welcome to the fall semester of Anatomy and Physiology, a hybrid course this time. So we're going to have lecture online with me, and my name is Christoph. The people call me Dr. M, and then we're going to have lab with Georgette in person on Tuesday and Thursday nights. It's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of cool activities planned for you guys. Well, you're going to see we have a lot of cool stuff, both practical as well as on the computer. All right, let's just go right into it real quick. And I just want to give you a brief, look at that. That's actually what I just recorded before. So I want to give you a brief thing. So when you first enter your Canvas, first thing you got to do is make sure you can be in Canvas. If you cannot be in Canvas, you got to immediately get in touch with me. See here, this is the course, the way I see these are my courses. This is the one here. And then you get to a home page and see this is my face and this is Georgette. Hello. And on that, so if you can't see that, go right to this number here and call me or text me. Actually, don't call me. I don't pick it up. But I'll pick up a text and I can text you back. And then we can figure out how to get you in here. So that's 510-387-2946. Okay. So then when you get to this front home page, you have a few cool links. You get to say hello to us, what we are, and so forth. You have a syllabus link. You have actually, this is a preview session. I gotta change that. But you have some studies tools. These are just a few links inside the class. And then you have this study group Zoom link where it's a room that's always open and you can always click there and go and meet with each other virtually to study with each other, or you can share your screen with each other, or to have me come in and study, but explain something if something is not clear, etc. So that's a really cool link. You access that through here. And then when you get through the modules, so we can actually, let's go to student view. Hold on real quick. Sorry. Student view. That's what you see is the student view. There you go. Under module, you have mostly, these are the chapters. Mostly you have weeks, and the week 2, week 3, and then you have a test. When you have, but the first couple are different. The first one is learning tools, and here I have tools to help you studies. So this talks a little bit about, are you a kinesthetic study or a visual, auditory? And then how can you pick up information well? Do you just listen to a lecture, or you actually teach it to others? Guess why I teach? Because when you teach it to others, you remember it best. But you also have discussions. We have discussion forums, and we have, you're also going to have some demonstrations now that you're in person, and we have practice exercises to do things. So the class is sort of built up that way. But then in the second part, and then there's a cool video I want you to watch. And then in the second part, I talk about how we memorize things. And I have a flashcard system that I use to explain that. And that's sort of what I like in there. And then in that module, you also have resources that the school gives you. So that's a good place. And then we have the class orientation. I want you to work your way through it, early on, as soon as it opens, at your first place. Talk about meet Georgette. How do we talk to you? And then the syllabus. Make sure you read through the syllabus. And then we have a Q&A sort of session about the syllabus. And there's also a tab, how to make videos within Canvas. So that's pretty cool, because a lot of the discussion forums that I want you to do, you don't have to type. You can make a video and upload the video if you want. And then we talk back and forth that way. So that's how I do that. And then every week has basically internally, let me do it in this week, it's a little different. Internally, it has a preview session where I talk about it for a few minutes on a video. I have made the first one, so you can go look at that. I also have objectives. In the objectives, it talks a bit about what we learned this week or what you can do afterwards. And then we have an assignment activities. What there are usually, the activities are a set of questions pertaining to the lecture, and then a couple of discussions of understanding different concepts. And then we have, every time we also have a Padlet where we talk about at the end, we reflect on the week and say, like, what did I feel like was easy? What was hard? and so forth. So we talk to each other a little bit, and we can ask questions. Say like, "Hey, I really didn't get this. Can somebody help me, please?" And so we do that. I have due dates in here, and I also have, what objectives they pertain to. That's, some of that is a little bit logistics that we need to do. And then after that objectives, we go to a learning section, which is basically videos that I made on the screen or also in class. Under the videos, you see how long they are. And then you have also a YouTube link. Well, there's a lot of videos. You see how long they're not that long. That's why there's multiples. And then you have a YouTube link for a playlist and also some transcripts where the text is written down. And then I have a whole in-class session where I was doing before the pandemic, and I was screaming at people in there, as you can tell here, blah, blah. And you can also find that in YouTube. And then underneath that, you don't have to watch both of these sets. You watch one of these sets, but figure out which one you like better, because I talk about it a little differently, and some people like one or the other. And then underneath, though, I have everything listed in a tab form. What are the concepts that we need to take away from this session? And when you go into them, they have pictures and bullet point descriptions of what they are. So this is a good place where you could do like a screenshot and make your own anatomy book. This class does not have a book associated with it. This class has an online textbook that you can download for free under the wrap-up, further reading. You see here, OpenStack anatomy textbook. You can pick that up there. But this class that's a free book online. I think you can purchase a copy as well through paper or something, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's really cool. And all the pictures I have in there are from there. So you can do that as further reading, or you can also, there's a YouTube in there as well. That's really cool. Or you can also screenshot what I have given you here and here. And then we apply. What we do online is these things. We have these questions. Every chapter has questions around it. These are questionnaires that you can take multiple times. You don't have to just take it once, and you can take it many times. There's even videos behind it that explains the questions more. You can listen to the videos too behind there. And the highest score then counts. So this is a lot of great stuff where you get scores as points for doing things. And same with the discussions. If you don't know an answer, I'm not going to give you points. Of course, if you don't try, I don't give you points. But most of what I want is you have a discussion with each other and help each other out in learning the material. And then whatever is on the lab, you're going to have Georgette go through that with you guys. And then here's on the wrap up. That's the last part of the tab. That's where we can have this Padlet where you, post questions. Can't be open yet because I'm in the studio. Where you post questions and you post some things that made you happy, why you got something, or what was an aha moment, something like that. And then this last thing is a congratulations tab. It just talks about everything that we've done this week, all the activities, and what we're going to do next week. And so that wraps that whole module up for that week. And we more or less, every module looks about like that. We have an introduction session, we have a learning where we learn stuff, we have applying, which is online activities, and then we have lab, which is the in-person stuff that we do, and wrap it up at the end. All right, so that's pretty much it. The first week is a little bit more extensive, and I have the other video that I made that is laid behind, gonna be laid behind here on the weekly preview, and so you can review that, where I basically give you an introduction again, but it's a little bit longer, a bit more in detail. All right. Excelente. Bye. Talk to you soon.